friends, welcome to Best Tutor. This is Rama Vishwanathan. In today's video we are going to learn the very important property of tangents of a circle, that is alternate segment theorem. This is a theorem where we need to prove that the angle made by the tangent and the chord. This is a circle with a tangent at the point of contact. This is a point of contact. From this point of contact I can draw infinite chords to this circle. Right? We can draw infinite chords to this circle from this point. Whatever is the chord, I have chosen one chord. Right? This chord divides the circle into two segments. This is a minor segment, major segment, or this is a segment. I will consider this angle. If I consider this segment, this is the angle which is going to be under consideration, the angle between the chord and the tangent. Now this chord is going to make another angle in the alternate segment. These two are going to be segments which are alternate to each other. The statement of the theorem is the angle between the chord and the tangent is equal to the angle made by the same chord in the alternate segment. This is the statement of the theorem, and the proof is going to be very simple. Let us understand the statement of the theorem first of all. A circle, a tangent and a chord through the point of contact. The angle between the chord and the tangent I have found out. Now what are we supposed to prove? We need to prove that angle made by or angle between the chord and the tangent, angle between the chord and the tangent is equal to the angle made by the same chord in the alternate segment. This is to be proved. Okay, this is to be proved. Now I will do a small construction so as to complete the proof. What is the construction I am going to do here? I am going to consider the center of the circle. I will draw a diameter of the circle. How many diameters can I draw to a circle? Infinite, isn't it? I am going to consider one particular diameter which passes through this point of contact P. Right. So I am going to consider one particular diameter which passes through the point P, and let me name it as C. So PC is the diameter which passes through the point of contact. We need to prove that angle BPT. What is required to prove? Required to prove is angle BPT is equal to angle PAB. This is to be proved. Observe how are we going to prove it. I have drawn a diameter. Now let me join B and C. We are going to use the theorems or axioms which we have learnt earlier. This is the diameter. A diameter divides the circle into two semicircles, and we have also learned that angle in a semicircle is equal to 90 degrees. Therefore, this is a semicircle. PC is the diameter, hence angle PBC is going to be 90 degrees. That is clear. Now, angle PBC is equal to 90 degrees. Reason is angle in a semicircle. This proof is going to be hardly 2 to 3 steps. That's it. Angle in a semicircle is 90 degrees. Done. Now, OP is the radius, PT is the tangent. We have already learned in the earlier videos that radius is perpendicular to the tangent at the point of contact. So OP is perpendicular to PT. Angle OPT is equal to 90 degrees. Reason is radius is perpendicular to the tangent. Okay. Now angle BPT is equal to X implies angle BPC is equal to 90 minus X, isn't it? This complete angle is 90 degrees. A part of it is going to be X. Hence, this part is going to be 90 minus X, isn't it? Let us draw it separately. This is C PT, which is going to be 90 degrees. In between we have a line which is PB, and angle BPT is going to be X. This complete angle is 90 degrees, hence this part is going to be 90 minus X. Done. It is clear. Now consider triangle PBC. Consider triangle PBC. It is a right angled triangle. Okay. Angle PBC plus angle BCP plus angle CBP. Angle PBC, angle BCP, angle CPB. Right. We need to be very careful while naming the angles. Is equal to 180 degrees. What could be the reason here? Angle sum property. Sum of the angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. Angle sum property of a triangle. Now, what is angle PBC? 90 degrees. Angle BCP we do not know. We need to find out that. Let us find it out. Angle CPB is 90 minus X is equal to 180 degrees. That implies angle BCP plus 180 minus X is equal to 180 degrees, or angle BCP is equal to X degrees. 180 gets cancelled. If I take this minus X to the other side, it becomes X. Hence, we have proved that this angle is equal to X. Right? We assume that this angle is going to be X. We made use of two simple properties and I proved that this angle is equal to X. Now observe carefully that PB is a chord. So PB divides the circle into two segments. This is a segment. These two are the angles subtended by the same arc in the same segment. Those are going to be angles in the same segment, right? And we know that angles in the same segment are equal. We have learned in angle properties. Done. We are done with the proof. But this is a very important concept. But angle PAB is equal to angle PCB. Reason? Angles in the same segment. These are going to be angles in the same segment. Implies angle PAB is equal to X. Hence, we have proved that angle BPT is equal to angle PAB. That's what we have proved, isn't it? Let us go through the proof first of all. We are given a statement where we need to prove that the angle between the chord and the tangent is going to be equal to the angle made by the same chord in the alternate segment. That was to be proved. Then we have done a basic construction. We have drawn a diameter through the point of contact. A diameter divides a circle into two equal parts or two semicircles, and we clearly know that angle in a semicircle is a 90 right angle. So this angle is going to be right angle because angle in a semicircle is 90 degrees. Done. That was the first thing. Then radius is perpendicular to the tangent. That is the tangent property. Hence angle OPT or CPT, both mean the same, is going to be 90 degrees. Done. This part I have assumed to be X, and this complete angle is 90 degrees. Therefore, this part, that is CPB, is going to be 90 minus X. Clear. Now in this triangle PBC, one angle is 90 minus X, one angle is 90 degrees. So by using angle sum property, we found out that this angle is going to be X. Right. Now moving on, this is the segment. Angles in the same segment are equal. So using that simple property, we have proved that PAB is equal to PCB is equal to X. So we started with this angle to be X and we proved that this angle is X. Alternate segment theorem. Angle between a chord and a tangent is equal to the angle made by the same chord in the alternate segment. Done? Right. This is nothing but an alternate segment theorem. So there are many applications of this alternate segment theorem. We can prove one theorem using this theorem. What is that theorem? Let us quickly go through that. In the earlier videos, we have learnt about chord properties of circle. When two chords are intersecting internally or externally, then the products of the segments of the chords are equal. You can refer to those videos for the proof, detailed proof also. Now we are going to prove a theorem which is similar to this, but we are going to make use of one chord and a tangent. In the earlier statement we had to use two chords which are intersecting internally or externally. Now here I am going to consider a circle, a tangent and a chord. Chord and tangent are not intersecting, right? Chord is a line segment which joins any 2 points on the circle. Tangent is a line which touches the circle exactly at one point. So these two are two non-intersecting inside the circle. But if I extend, right, they are intersecting at a point. P is the point of contact, PT is the tangent, AB is the chord. Now what is the theorem state? It states that the product of the segments of the chords is equal to the square of the tangent. When a chord and a tangent intersect externally, then the product of the segments of the chord is equal to the square of the tangent. That means I need to prove that segments of the chord TA and TB are two segments. TA into TB is equal to PT square. This is to be proved. Okay. Now how are we going to prove it? Let us understand. Let us write down the statement of the theorem. When a chord and a tangent intersect each other, we don't have to mention internally or externally because they will not intersect internally. If at all they have to intersect, then we can't say it is a tangent, it should be a secant, right? When a chord and a tangent intersect each other, then the product of the segments of the chord, segments means parts of the chord is equal to the square of the tangent. This is a statement of the theorem. How are we going to prove it? Let us consider the figure. A circle with center O, a tangent, right? PT is the tangent, a chord AB. If they are not intersecting, but if we extend it, they will definitely intersect at a point. So let me name that point as P, where they are going to be intersecting each other. What is to be proved? Required to prove PA into PB is equal to PT square. How are we going to prove it? We have understood the statement of the theorem and the theorem exactly. Now we are going to prove it. How are we going to prove? Let us join. We don't have to make use of the center of the circle. We will join A to T and then B to T. Right? Then we are going to make use of some theorem. Just now I have explained one alternate segment theorem. According to alternate segment theorem, the angle between the chord and the tangent is equal to the angle made by the same chord in the alternate segment. So these two angles are equal. Let us consider triangle PBT and triangle PTA. PBT, PTA. In these two triangles, which are the angles which are equal? Angle PTB is equal to angle PAT. Alternate segment theorem. Angle TPB is equal to angle APT. Common angle. Hence, this is a common angle, right? This is the angle which is common to both the triangles. So, which triangles have we considered? PTB and PAT. Huh? PTB is similar to triangle PAT by AA axiom. When two triangles are similar, then the sides are proportional, corresponding sides are proportional. These two triangles are similar. So let us understand what are the sides which are corresponding to each other. PT by PA, PT PA is equal to TB by AT is equal to PB by PT. Now in these three ratios, whichever two ratios are going to be useful to us, we are going to consider those. I need to prove PA into PB is equal to PT square. So I have to make use of the ratios which will have PA, PB and PT in them. So this is one ratio. I am not going to use this ratio because it doesn't consist of either PA or PB or PT. So I am not going to make use of these. I will make use of the first and the last ratio. That means PT by PA is equal to PB by PT. By cross multiplying, we get PT square is equal to PA into PB. This is the proof. We have proved it using alternate segment theorem, a simple theorem, right? So we have proved both alternate segment theorem and a theorem based on intersecting chord and tangent. These are the two videos we have learned, two theorems we have learned in this video. In the coming videos, we are going to learn some other concepts of mathematics. Let's meet in the next video. Thank you.